Hey folks, thanks for joining us back out here at the Range Report. Today we got a little something that we've been wanting to bring to the channel for a while, and that is one of America's favorite rifles, the Ruger 1022. This one, however, happens to be the Stainless Takedown model. Now, we've had the 1022 on the channel before. I actually have a 1022 that I use for bullseye competition, and eventually we're going to wind up putting this one up against one of the other ones that we have, because we do have the question of accuracy. How accurate is a takedown version compared to a solid rifle platform? And before we get to that, we just want to get this one. We got a little inexpensive red dot that we threw on this thing, and fortunately, as we had it zeroed in earlier today, the battery just about went dead. So we've waited for the sun to come down a little bit so we can actually see the illumination on it. But prior to that, what we wanted to show you was that on the front of the rifle, we've got fiber optic sights here and fiber optic sights there. Now, both of the sights are actually mounted to the barrel itself, the takedown version part of the rifle, as opposed to them being the horns being mounted up on the stock. They're mounted up on this. Now, we got to tell you, the machining on this thing is absolutely beautiful. When we put this thing together and you have a lug right here that you use to tighten up, take a little bit of the slop out, if you were to feel this, once that's locked up, you would think that this is all one solid rifle. And the Ruger is nice enough to include this with a nice soft-sided case that has little Velcro straps in it, so you can lock the whole thing down. Got a couple of pockets on it. They give you a nice little nylon strap to go with it. You do have a couple of attachment points to it. And they do give you one 25-round magazine. Now, when we first fired this, when we got it, we've had it for a while, but we haven't had an opportunity to get it out to the range. This magazine was malfunctioning a lot. See, the feed ramp is molded into the front of the magazine. It took a little bit of work with the Dremel and some memory cloth to deburr it enough that the rounds would feed without interruption. So far we ran about 20 or 30 rounds through this thing earlier. It's fed pretty well, and we're going to run another 25 through it right now and see how it goes. And if you're familiar with the 1022, you'll know exactly how your bolt operation works. And we're going to take this and see what we can do. Now, the 22 really doesn't have enough oomph behind it to knock down the plate rack, so you'll just have to listen for the little ding if I'm fortunate enough to hit them. So we'll see what happens. Well, we can get the plates off of the Texas Star with it, so that says a little bit about that. But I got to tell you, now, oddly enough, here we go. Here's a little bit of a malfunction that we just had. We have a failure to eject, followed by a double feed at the same time. And we have one round that's still left in the magazine. We'll chamber that. Alright, so we did have the one malfunction. I don't know if that was due to the rate of fire. I wasn't exactly shooting it as fast as I could. But, yeah, one little issue. I think we're going to chalk that up to the magazine. We're going to get a bunch of 10-rounders and try to run those as quickly as we can and see if the 10-rounders make it through without any feeding issues. But I got to tell you, it's not bad. I think we were in this somewhere around $400 or something like that. Overall, really nice. The only problem that I kind of had with it is the fact that what may be a plus for Ruger is a minus for me, and that's the horn sights being mounted on the barrel. Because once we put the little rail on the top so that we can mount the red dot, there was no way to co-witness at all. So what we're probably going to wind up doing is getting a tunnel for this thing so we could raise this up a little bit more so we could actually co-witness if we want to, because The batteries in these red dots, let's face it, they don't really last a whole hell of a lot of time. And as soon as that goes dead, well, you really don't have nothing to aim with. But if you're able to co-witness, or I don't know if we could have a different mounting location, we'll give it a shot. But there you go, the Ruger 1022 Takedown. If you want to have yourself a nice little survival rifle, it's easy to stow and go, I think this is pretty much fit the bill. But until then, this is Frank from the Range Report. You guys be safe and shoot straight. Check out the links below, and you guys be good. We'll catch you later.